articulate. In other words, you write some questions that you could write. That is an example there of the cornell method. So all the important things that you want to write, you write on this side. Why? Instructors share information. It serves as a file for information. Helps you become an active learner. Helps you become an effective learner. Helps you to remember information. That is what we say, isn't it? Right? So that is what you should have written if you are writing the cornell method, right? Then, on this side, right? Instead of writing in detail like that, right? Why take notes, right? Active learner, effective learner. Who says that? Water form, right? So you have reduced your notes. And you can only do that when you are reflecting after the class. How do you prepare yourself to write notes? All that. Right? You reduce it to syllabus, what is there, text questions, relationship to text, and so on. Then at the bottom, right, you write a summary, you recapitulate. Not taking is an important part of successful college study. Every student need to understand why and how good notes will help them to get good grades. I hope we are together. Right. So let us go to the next one. Note making. Where do we choose to use this method? This method can be used in any lecture situation. The advantage is that it provides an organized and systematic means for recording and reviewing notes. It is is an easy format for pulling out major concepts and ideas. It is simple and efficient. It saves time and effort. And it's a method that is easy. In other words, you do it right in the first place. Because you are taking your own notes. Does it have disadvantages? No, it has no disadvantages. So, if you give me some disadvantages, because you are experienced, we cannot say that you are wrong, but you have to tell us the disadvantages. So what do you think are the disadvantages of economics? Maybe you cannot tell us now, but after we have discussed the other method, you say, well, that's what these are the disadvantages. The outline method. In this method, you begin with the general topic, and then you go to the subtopics. What happens in this method is that you listen very carefully and then write down the points in an organized pattern, and you leave some spaces in between where you're going to be writing the sub points and so on. You place the major points farthest to the left and indent each more specific point to the right. The levels of importance will be indicated by the distance away from the major point. So you have the major point, and the level of importance of a point will be labeled by the distance that you decide away from the major point. So you have the major point there, and then the sub point there, and the sub point there. So you know that, well, this point here is more important than this one. And then you got another point which is more important there, right? And we start from there and so on. Like that. This is how it will look like. While take notes, instructor gives additional information. Note serves as an information file. Note facilitates learning. That is the major point, and then those are the minor points. After those minor points, you have got, after facilitator learning, right? You have got the active learner and critical thinker. So that's on point number one. Point number two, how to prepare. Once you review the syllabus, how do you review the syllabus? You go to all those points there. Point number 2, relationship to the text. There you don't have subtopics. Point number 3, determine the kind of testing. Is it multiple choice? Is it short answers? Is it essay? Point number 4, have a class friend, a class buddy. Point number 5, pick a method. Cornell, outline, mapping, charting, and sentence or paragraph. So that is the second method that you can use. First, say, Cornell. Second is this one, which usually is the very common method that students use. But as you can notice from this one, the other one is more detailed. This one is just abbreviations and so on. Main points, specific points, minor points. So when can you use the outline method? The outline method can be used when the lecture is organized in and is sequential. For example, where there are PowerPoints, you can use an outline method because it means that the lecturer has already organized their material. But when the lecturers just come in and talk, then the corner method is better. Why is that so? Because there is enough time in the lecture to think about and make organizational decisions on how to organize your materials. What are the advantages? The advantage number 1 is that this system is well organized. And if it is done correctly, it reduces need for editing. Because you remember in the corner you have all your notes this side and then you have to edit them to reduce them on the other side. So this one reduces that. It is easy to turn the main points into questions. So when you are revising, it's very easy to turn those main points that you have into questions. And then the sub-points now will become the answers that you are going to give. The disadvantages are that it requires more thought for accurate organization, and sometimes it may not show the relationship by sequencing information when needed. Because sometimes the relationships in the way the information is organized is supposed to come sequentially, right? follows the other. But in this method, sometimes it's difficult to do that. Secondly, it does not lend itself to variety of reviews and question applications, because you just rely on the main topics as questions. So if you use the subtopic as a question, then you have to find some subpoints there. But if the lecturer speaks very fast, like the way some lecturers do, then it is difficult. We will use this method. Because some lecturers, when they start, by the time we finish, they will have finished the whole book. They are so fast. So it becomes very, very difficult under those circumstances. Mapping methods. That is another method of presenting information which relate to each other. So we are saying that in the outline method, sequencing is difficult. But on this one, sequencing is possible because you are presenting information which relates to each other. In this method, what happens is that you write the title or the main concept in the center, and then you come up with branches, like a tree branch, where you have the main branches and then the sub-branches and so on. So you have main one, subheadings, and then the subheadings, and so on. So as ideas are presented and as they come, you try to come up with a map. So again, we use our example of note making. That is the topic. Then how to prepare. We have all that. Why take notes? You have all that. How do you select methods? Then you have all that. And then you have all those methods there, outline, cornell, charting, mapping, sentence. The cornell, it goes up there. It has all those issues about it, right? The outline method, you have all these topic 1, topic 2, and all the rest of it, and things like that. So you have a beautiful outline. is the main point there, subject topic. And then you have some major headlines there. How to prepare, why take notes, selecting a method. And then from there, you have supporting facts. For why take notes, photos, for how to prepare your thoughts, methods, you have all that. So when can you use them? Again, you can use that when the lecture content is well organized. It is often effective when you have guest lecturers and you have no idea how the lecture will be presented. And it's also effective if you like displays. Because the guest lecturer will have something being displayed there, so you will be able to jot down things. The advantage is that it helps you keep a visual track of the lecture, and the relationships are easy to see as a result, and can cover lines for memory review and the relationships. So it's very easy in that kind of note taking for you to be able to visualize things and see relationships. The problem is that it is quite involving and can be visually overwhelming. Just imagine all those arrows there, right? Now, if you have notes of that nature, for you to go over them, it can be quite taxing. Charting method. This one, you use columns with appropriate headings and labels in a table format. For example, material offered in a chronological order. What you do is you determine the categories to be covered in a lecture session, and then you draw your columns on a paper ahead of time with the headings, and then place each piece of information that you receive in the appropriate column. For example, note-taking method, Cornell method. divide the paper in sections, record column, and the recapitulation column. What is involved there is you record, you reduce, you recapitulate, you recite, and you review. Advantage: it is organized, systematic, it's very simple and efficient. Disadvantage: none. When can you use any letter? Outline. There. The process. Advantages: there. Disadvantages: there. When it can be used, there. That is what we are doing right now. Or it can be any other topic, for example, modern history. Right? When does modern history start? Which period are we talking about in modern history? 1941 to 1945. 1941 to 1945, that is the period of Second World War. Right? Important people that you want to talk about in 1941 to 1945, who are historians? Who you want to talk about? Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Winston Churchill. Who else? FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Right? So those are the important people that you maybe want to talk about. You want to talk about King George, the father of Queen Elizabeth, the second, Queen Elizabeth the first, who was the father of Queen Elizabeth? The father is not as famous as the mother. I heard of a woman called Annie Boleyn. Annie Boleyn was a mistress of Richard VIII. And then she formed her way to become the wife of Richard VIII by making Richard VIII divorce Catherine of Aragon. Catherine of Aragon was a staunch Catholic, and the kings of England were supposed to marry with the blessing of the Pope. But Pope Clement decided that no, this marriage with Annie Boleyn, he could not bless. So what happened? England seceded from the Roman Catholic Church. I thought some of you are Catholics or Protestants for that. Or Anglicans. The Anglicans know that. That was the way. That's how Anglican music started. And then when Henry VIII got born with Annie Boleyn, what happened? She was accused of all sorts of things that she was behaving. Those were the way things were happening. Then events, World War II, right? Significance, US, and so on, the Iron Curtain, East and the West, and Russia and the Soviet Union on the one side, and then the West on the other side. Germany was divided in two until Mikhail Gorbachev decided that enough was enough. But that did not please people like Putin and life. That is why now you have this war. Because there are certain guys in Russia who still think that Gorbachev was wrong in dissolving the Soviet Union. So we want to create another kind of Soviet Union, right, by retaking all those territories which Gorbachev decided to secede and so on. So that's what Putin is trying to do. But for Putin, maybe it's something else. Because we are told that he's not exactly Russian. He is Georgian, right? So just like Adolf Hitler was Austrian, and then he decided to annex Austria and so on to make it a greater Germany. This is what Putin is also trying to do. You never know. But anyway, if someone was lecturing on modern history that this was the period and the end and so on, then you will be organizing stuff with me. So again, that, yeah. When can you use chatting? Well, when you are preparing for your test, which will test both the facts and the relationship. Or when you want an overview on your piece of paper. That's the problem. Problem here. They don't want to agree with me. So we are having a lot of electricity here. So, advantage, you reduce the amount of writing needed and it provides easy review mechanism and facilitates both memorization and comparing. Disadvantage, well, you need to learn how to develop an effective category of issues. from what you are reading, right, you try to get the important points. Or from what someone is saying, you simply get the important points. And that is what most students do, taking notes. But even when you are taking notes, usually there are certain styles that you use, right? Some people, what they do is they highlight certain points. But when you are highlighting, make sure that you don't highlight each and everything, right? Because then you're taking notes, or you are simply excited by whatever is written there, right? So make sure that when you are taking notes, you are reading and then highlighting what is important and ensuring that what you have taken down is what you want. Okay, when everything else is said and done, right? Note taking can be very, very rewarding. But what is important is for you to be able to revise. So my take-home message to you is each and every lecture that you have, once you have taken notes, right? Because after a few hours as we demonstrated there, you are going to forget. Make sure that in the evening, you spare some time. Let's say that day you have had 2 or 3 lectures. So in the evening, you spare maybe 30 minutes for 1 lecture. Review your notes. And make sure you understand. That way, you are going to be able to remember. You repeat the same thing when you are going to the next lecture the following week. You review what was said the previous week. That way, you are keeping yourselves abreast. Secondly, the other take home is the group work. Much as the college work can be individual efforts, but usually individual efforts do not yield much. What is important is for you to share information with others. That way you become much more clever. I know some people are very, very individualistic. No, me, I can't share, otherwise I need to share. That's not. You become richer by comparing information and so on. So these notes, as usual, will be posted on the portal, and we hope you are going to read them, because I can assure you there will be a question or 2 on this. Right. Thank you very much. the American Psychological Association referencing this. So, we'll be asking people at random to be telling us various aspects of APA. So make sure that you go through that one. American Psychological Association, APA. Referencing that. Because you'll be taking notes and you'll be writing essays. When you'll be writing essays, you'll be using this style. American Psychological Association. So let us see how we can help each other. Why this is important is because from now onwards, up to the time that you, I don't know, you'll be using this style, right? So we don't want you, when you are now doing your PhD, to be making mistakes as some characters are doing. Because I'm supervising some PhDs, they are making mistakes on this one, right? So if you learn them now, chances are at time you are not going to be making mistakes.